What's up, adventurers? Today we're diving deep into the dark and twisted world of Seven Sinners, a supplement that dares to bring true horror into your D&D campaigns. I hope you've got a saving throw ready, because this one's going to be intense. But before we get started, if you enjoy the content and want to support the channel, make sure to check out my Patreon, link in the description below. This one's going to be short and parental supervision is advised. Seven Sinners is a 5e compatible and OSR friendly supplement that explores a question we've all pondered at some point. What if we had to face off against our 7 deadly sins? What would that look like in a D&D campaign? What would the devils and cultists of those sins' embodiment be? And how can we bring true spine-chilling horror into a game that's often a little too PG-13 for my tastes? This book takes a bold approach, offering detailed stat blocks for some of the most powerful devils tied to these sins. It doesn't shy away from adult-rated content and material and artwork. And let's just say it stands on its own. Whether it's Eamon's stat block or the eerie depiction of a character devoid of sin, the book delivers on its promise of horror. But there's more to Seven Sinners than just the devils and their stat blocks. One of the book's standout features is its universal appeal. It's not tied to any specific D&D setting, making it incredibly flexible for DMs. You can drop these devils and their associated cults into any campaign world, from the Forgotten Realms to your homebrew universe, without worrying about breaking the lore. This adaptability means that the horror and moral dilemmas presented by the 7 deadly sins can fit seamlessly into a wide range of narrative styles. Imagine a campaign set in a world where each sin has carved out its own territory, and the players must navigate these twisted lands, confronting their own inner demons along the way. So now let's talk about the mature themes in this book. It's definitely not for the faint of heart. It tackles intense topics like abuse and sexual content head on, creating a narrative that's dark, gritty, and sometimes downright disturbing. One of the relics tied to the sins of lust might be a cursed mirror that shows the deepest, most hidden desires of those who gaze into it. Desire that can drive them to madness if not carefully controlled. These kinds of items can add a layer of psychological horror to your game, forcing players to confront their characters' flaws in a very real and tangible way. The relic in this book is another highlight worth mentioning. Each sin has an associated relic that can serve as powerful tools or cursed objects in your campaign. Take, for instance, the Crown of 7 Sins. It's not just a symbol, it's a dangerous artifact that players must gather piece by piece. But this isn't just a simple fetch quest. Each piece of the crown is tied to a specific sin, and obtaining it could require the players to perform actions that test their morals and ethics. This creates opportunities for DMs to weave complex narratives where the line between good and evil becomes increasingly blurred. However, where this book falls flat is in creating any sort of real adventure hook. Sure, we get to see Eamon's stat blocks, but it doesn't do much in the way of telling DMs how to create a compelling adventure, where Eamon would find his way into your campaign. The loose guide states that in order to summon Acles, the demon of despair, you must first have defeated the other demons to summon her and gather the pieces of the Crown of 7 Sins. But that's really it as far as it goes. It's kind of up to you to create the why or how. If you're a creative DM, you'll probably enjoy filling in the gaps. But for those of us who might need a little more guidance, it feels a bit lacking. Imagine if the book had included a few sample adventure scenarios, like a small village slowly succumbing to the influence of envy, with the players arriving just in time to either save it or let it burn. And let's talk about the terminology for a second. If you're a stickler for D&D lore, you might be a little disappointed that the book uses devils and demons quite interchangeably. In the world of D&D, that's a pretty big no-no. And here, it means we don't actually get any real demons, despite what the title might suggest. For example, you might expect a demon like Oracus to be in the mix, but instead we get devils that are just referred to as demons. It's a small detail, but one that could throw off some DMs and players who are deeply invested in the lore. Despite these shortcomings, for $20, I'd say it's a solid buy. especially if, like me, you're looking for more fleshed out devil lords and cultists to spice up your campaign, where the original material kind of falls short. The potential for entire campaigns built around these concepts is huge. You could design an entire arc where your players must confront each of the 7 sins, possibly in a world where the gods themselves have been corrupted by these vices. If you want to dive even deeper into creating terrifying D&D campaigns, join my Discord community. It's free, and we discuss everything from world building to creating unforgettable villains and characters. Plus, my patron supporters get exclusive access to extended content, including detailed walkthroughs on how to incorporate these devils into your own campaigns. So, what do you think? Are you ready to bring the 7 deadly sins into your D&D world? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that bell so you never miss an update. Until next time, keep rolling those dice, and may the quests be epic.